Okay, so we're going to have a look at He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother by the Hollies. A brilliant tune, never get bored of playing it. We're going to dive straight into the chords. Okay, so we've got G. I'm not going to spend too much time on the open chords because to take this song on you'll probably need to be at the stage where you can do this anyway. So that's a D, then a C, A minor, then to E minor, and then to an F, but it's an F major 7 really, but I'm just calling it an F. It's got this open E here, and then there's a D minor in it, so first finger, first fret, first string, that's it, to a D7, you got an A7 in this, a G7, a B7, a C major 7, so play a C chord and take your first finger off. You're meant to mute that top string, by the way, it's not written on there, but okay, so the other chord which you might not have come across is a D over C, so that means that it needs a D chord with a C in the root. So what I mean by that is when you play a C, the root of the chord is this note, the deepest note, that is actually called a C. So when you play a D, you need to try and some way apply that C into this there. So you could use your little finger and just do that. Gets a bit squashy there, so I just play a D sus2 and put this this middle finger here, take it from there up to that C note on the 5th string, 3rd fret. So I'll show you what that looks like there. So you can see the D there, and I've taken the 2nd finger off and moved it up here. Okay, right. And the last sort of tricky chord is an E flat major. I think this is enough to put people off playing songs when they see something like this. But I think the best way to play an E flat major is in a C shape. Okay, so if you've got a C chord, and you play it with your last 3 fingers, it's a bit of a stretch, your 2nd, 3rd and 4th finger. What you've got to do is, because this is the root here, the C, you need to move that up to an E flat, which is actually the 6th fret there. So I'm keeping the form of the C, and I'm going to bar the 3rd fret to compensate for the open notes that I've just moved the shape up for. So if you mute the top and you just strum that, that's a good way of playing an E flat. You could do it here. Most people do it like that on the 6th fret with an A shape. But I always think that sounds a bit thin, especially when you're going from thick sort of open chords here to go to this thin sort of shape here. I think it's good to do a C. That's kind of richer and thicker sounding. So that's a nice E flat major to go to. It's well worth being able to bar open chords, all your open chords. It's not just the E and the A shape you want to bar. You want to bar the G, the C and the D as well. But that's for another day. Okay, let's have a look at the actual chart. I'm just going to go through a few sections. The intro is pretty straightforward. Let's have a look at the verse. That's pretty straightforward. You've got G for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to D, 1, and then C, and then you got A minor for 2 beats, so 1, 2, then D's 3, 4, E minor for 4, and the rest is straightforward. So the chorus, you've got G for 4, 1, 2, and then D, 1, 2, you got this E minor, 1, and then straight to the E flat, and then G, A minor for 2 to D7 for 2, and then G for 4, A minor to D7. So you just got to be aware of what's got 2 beats and what's got 4 beats. At the end of the 2nd chorus, it goes A minor to G7. So the only other thing I need to mention is this bridge. let's have a look through the chords here. So C for 4 beats, D over C, so the D over C we practiced, back to C, 4 beats, D over C, 1, 2, 3, and then B minor to D minor, 2 beats on C major 7, 1, 2, B7, 3, E minor to G7. I'll just isolate this section. So C major 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then C for 4 beats, 2, 3, 4, A7, A minor to D7. Okay, so the only, actually one more thing when it does this last chorus, you got G, 1, 2, 3, and then D for 2 beats, 1, 2, and then go, doesn't weigh me down. And when you go to the E minor, you go back into the rhythm. So this thing here that I've accented here, that they're like a triplet feel, which is a feel which takes it out of its flow. But if you just go with the words, you'll get it. So I'm going to play you this. And the Lord, 1, 2, doesn't weigh me down. Back into the rhythm at all. Okay, I reckon we're ready for this. Anything you're unsure of, I would rewind it and just get familiar with the chords. But let's start from the G. If you're liking the videos that I'm doing, if you could please subscribe, it does help me to continue making more videos like this, and I do appreciate all the comments people make, so thank you very much. To D. minor to G, 1, 2 to C. If I'm a later at all, oh, I'm a later with sadness. B minor, then everyone's D minor heart isn't filled with the gladness long, long road. D. From which there is no return. While we're on the way to there, why not share? Last chorus. And the Lord doesn't weigh me down at all. G. He ain't heaven, he's my brother. So a D. So D. To the outro. He's my brother. E minor. It's a D7. He ain't heaven, he's my brother. He ain't heaven, he's my brother. Then we'll end on G. Okay, one thing to point out what happened there is on this last chorus, he ain't heavy, A minor to D, he's my brother. You can see on brother you got a G in brackets. That means that it is this chord. So rather than sticking the word brother here in this section, just put a little bracket of G. So that's telling you that this change here is actually here. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Never get bored of playing that song. It's so good to play, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. There's a few tricky things in there, but that just adds to the achievement of it all. So hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much. See you later.